So there is current evidence that being in the foster care system um, leads to increased chances of depression, behavioral, and conduct problems. This may be because of prior abuse, neglect, family origins, or just the fact that many foster youth go through frequent transitions. Older adolescents who transition out of foster care, so those who are getting ready to turn 18. Once they turn 18, foster youth, a lot of foster youth, or some foster youth, I would say, sorry, um, are kind of pushed out of the foster home. I know I spoke to a couple of my foster youth students, and they said the day they turn 18, their foster parent put everything in the trash bag and put it on the sidewalk. They're no longer responsible for them, which is really tough for any youth, especially foster youth who has gone through a lot the first 18 years of their life. Hence, scholars argue that this is the time, especially when they're transitioning out, is when things get undone. They foster youth really need to take initiative to find people who care for them, who will look out for them and help them succeed, which in fact there might not be a lot. So being in the foster care system is linked to negative outcomes. That shouldn't be no surprise. It's linked to homelessness, unemployment, unplanned pregnancy, lower education attainment, legal system or legal troubles, and substance abuse. These are the risks that foster youth face transitioning into adolescence. So the foster care system spends around $25.4 billion to pay for all the services to help foster youth. Um, and despite this heavy tag, there's evidence that the foster youth system or the foster care system isn't doing too hot. The foster system, in particular, doesn't do a really good job in addressing mental health issues, employment, and educational attainment. So there's research out there that has been done regarding ethnic identity in the general population. The evidence suggests that strong ethnic identities is associated with positive outcomes such as higher educational attainment, higher self-esteem, and self-efficacy. On the other hand, a weak ethnic identity has been related to maladaptive and risky behaviors. But however, there's little that is known about the development of ethnic identity among foster youth. Hence, I wanted to do this project on analyzing how ethnic identity is developed during their foster care experience, or how foster care affects ethnic identity. So I think this is really important because evidence suggests that a strong ethnic identity is associated with positive outcomes. So what we know about the unique challenges to foster youth is that, as mentioned, their family setting is somewhat dysfunctional. It could be dysfunctional. They're often placed with non-relatives who may not share the same beliefs or values as them. They may not come from the same background. They might be of a different race. They also may experience more severe events such as traumas, moving, when the next meal is, things like that um, are more important to them than their ethnic identity. Sometimes they don't really have a chance to think about their ethnic identity because the more pressing and crucial needs are in their minds. They're worrying about that than, than, than their ethnic identity. Foster youth experience a new type of living arrangement in their new homes, living with strangers or a mass group of people in group homes. Foster youth also don't form a deep and meaningful connection with instrumental people. Their current circumstance may prevent them to access to. So um, moving on to different homes or moving schools, losing important people in their lives who um, they couldn't make a deep connection, and a person who can make a difference in their lives. And I think this is a really missed opportunity for them, for these students or these youth. And it's very unfortunate that they have to move, or they lose these people in their lives, because I think that it would make a big difference in anyone's lives. Um, Rather than being able to stay in a safe, stable household, foster youth have to move from home to home very frequently.